Have you ever looked up at the night sky, at all those twinkling stars, and wondered, are we alone? It's a question humanity has asked for centuries. Well, what if one day we got an answer? What if, without any warning, they arrived? This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. This is a thought experiment. Let's imagine how the arrival of an alien civilization might actually unfold from the very first sighting to our first conversation. It would probably start subtly. Maybe an amateur astronomer in a remote observatory notices something odd, an object moving in a way that defies our understanding of physics. At first, it's dismissed, a glitch, a satellite, atmospheric distortion. But then, more reports flood in from observatories around the world. The object is real, and it's big. It's not a meteor or a comet. It's under intelligent control. Panic wouldn't be instantaneous. Governments would try to keep it under wraps to avoid mass hysteria while they figure out what's going on. But in our hyper-connected world, secrets are hard to keep. A leaked image, a frantic social media post from a scientist, and suddenly the news is everywhere. The world would grind to a halt. Every screen on every device would show the same thing, a colossal, impossibly sleek craft hanging silently in our upper atmosphere. What would it look like? Forget the flying saucers from old movies. Its sheer presence would be awe-inspiring and terrifying all at once. The stock markets would crash, not out of fear of invasion, but out of sheer uncertainty. Every system we rely on would be shaken. The first question on everyone's lips: what do they want? Are they conquerors, explorers, tourists? The world's leaders would scramble to establish a unified response. The UN would hold an emergency session, but what could they even decide? Do we send a greeting? Do we prepare our defenses? Every nation would have a different opinion, reflecting our own histories and fears. Then the first message arrives. It wouldn't be in English or Chinese. It might be a complex mathematical sequence, a universal language, or maybe a stream of images depicting their solar system, their biology, their journey through the stars. Our best minds, our greatest cryptographers and scientists, would work around the clock, united by a single purpose, for the first time in human history, to understand. Let's assume their intentions are peaceful. They're explorers, scientists like us, driven by curiosity. After the initial message is deciphered, the real challenge begins: communication. How do you talk to a being with a completely different evolutionary path? Their senses might be different. They might not see or hear in the way we do. They could communicate through colors, frequencies, or even a form of telepathy we can't yet explain. We'd have to create a new language from scratch, a bridge between two forms of consciousness. We'd show them our world, the breathtaking beauty of our oceans and forests, but also the scars of our wars and our impact on the planet. It would be the most profound moment of self-reflection our species has ever experienced. What would we learn from them? Imagine the possibilities. Technologies that could end disease, solve our energy crisis, and clean our environment. They might have unlocked the secrets of faster-than-light travel or have answers to the deepest questions of the universe. What happened before the Big Bang? What is dark matter? Their knowledge could propel humanity forward by millennia in a matter of years. But this exchange wouldn't just be about technology, it would be about perspective. Seeing ourselves through the eyes of another intelligent species would fundamentally change us. Our petty squabbles, our national borders, our differences, they would all seem so insignificant in the face of a vast populated cosmos. We would no longer be just Americans or Russians or Nigerians. We would be Earthlings, representatives of our planet. Of course, there would be challenges. Fear of the unknown is a powerful force. There would be groups who see the visitors as a threat, who call for their expulsion or destruction. Misunderstandings would be inevitable. A gesture that is friendly to us could be an insult to them. The cultural and biological gap would be immense. Could we even coexist safely? What if their biology carries microorganisms that are harmless to them but deadly to us, or vice versa? The first contact would be a delicate dance on a razor's edge. Let's imagine the first face-to-face meeting. It wouldn't be on the White House lawn. It would be in a carefully controlled, sterilized environment. What would they look like? Maybe they are humanoid, a product of convergent evolution, or maybe they are something far more alien, beings of light, or silicon-based life forms that look more like living rock. The moment that airlock opens and a human stands before a non-human intelligence for the first time. That single moment would redefine our place in the universe forever. This encounter would force us to confront our own nature. Are we a species worthy of joining a galactic community, or are we too primitive, too divided, too destructive? Their arrival wouldn't just be a visit. It would be a test. A mirror held up to all of humanity. In the long run, our culture would be transformed. New art, new philosophies, new religions would emerge, all centered around our connection to the stars. Children would grow up knowing that the sky is not a limit, but a gateway to a universe teeming with life and wonder. The story of humanity would no longer be confined to one small planet, but would become a chapter in a much larger cosmic saga. From that first strange light in the sky to a future among the stars, the arrival of aliens would be the single most transformative event in human history. It would be scary, confusing, and wonderful all at once. It would force us to be better, to think bigger, and to finally see ourselves as one people, sharing one home in a vast and incredible universe. And who knows, maybe that little light in the sky isn't just a thought experiment. Maybe it's just a matter of time. So keep looking up. Thanks for watching this journey into the unknown with me. What do you think would be the biggest change if we made first contact? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next exploration. See you next time.